It's hard to quantify how much Brew Ninja's helped us. We went from just such manual processes to having a hub situation where I can see what my brewers have been inputting. I know what they're doing day to day. I know what my sales team is doing. I can run reports. We originally did everything essentially off of Excel sheets, which is a lot of very manual, having to go in and find the Excel sheet essentially that you had built and add to it and track as much as you could. So there's a lot of hours on that, especially when you're trying to do the right stuff and focus on making better beer. You're just pushing a lot of paperwork, especially when you're a small startup. We then went to a different software that was nowhere near the level of integration in our business that Brew Ninja is. It always worked okay, but never great. And that's where I say that Brew Ninja works great. What a lot of folks don't realize, especially when they get into this, is that the brewing business is tremendously regulated. We are government controlled, and with different federal regulations coming in, you need to be able to be accountable for every step of the process, also every input that you put into that product. So for example, if we had a recall on a batch of beer and we were able to trace it down to bad hops or a bad batch of grain or something, I can find that specific lot and every single batch of beer associated with it. The regulatory landscape is only increasing. Brew Ninja helps us solve that and be accountable for it. The reporting feature for the owner, the guys who are trying to make sure you're making money and you're being profitable, absolutely invaluable. I can run a report and I can look at all the customers, and depending on what I enter, I can see which customers haven't ordered in a set period of time. And that's really important for account maintenance. I can put in customers who have not ordered beer in the last 30 days and it will pop up an entire list. And that's my Monday morning call sheet. And also too, it tracks kegs. A lot of folks don't realize how expensive kegs are. Whenever you drop a keg off at an account, you gotta pick it up. The delivery driver, their day is fairly efficient because they have all of their orders and they're ready to go, and Brew Ninja takes care of that. The delivery driver can also access if the account has kegs that have been sitting there. We can run a keg report. We can say kegs that have been out of the brewery for 30 days, and it'll give us a list of every bar and restaurant that has them. And we can also send our delivery guys out there saying, go get those kegs. When you're losing 100 kegs a year and you're writing them all off right, that software pays for itself immediately. Then we use it for ordering. We use it for maintaining inventory levels. We know when there's 30% left in our grain bin outside because Brew Ninja flags it and says, you should be ordering some more grain. Knowing your inventory live when you're selling beer as a small craft producer is the most important thing, because it's not a question of how expensive is it normally, it's can I get the new cool stuff, right? Then you're also trying to maintain your core accounts who have been just piling through all of your beer. You know, we have a couple of core SKUs, and the one is so popular that week to week, we don't know if we have it in 20s, 30s, or 50-liter kegs. We don't know if we've oversold it because the orders come in so fast. As a sales guy, you kind of have to rank your customers, right? So I know if I have maybe like a problem account that I know I got to keep them happy, or they're gonna take my draft line off next week, I can make sure I'm always getting them beer. Or if I can't, I can have a conversation right there in the moment. I think it's such an invaluable tool that we use. We use it a lot, so I love it, right? And there's other softwares out there, which we've tried the majority of them. We've found nothing that works as good as Brew Ninja. You could pose me a lot of questions saying, if you took this away from your brewery or you took that away from anything, the one I'm not willing to lose is Brew Ninja.